I reviewed 2 rear camera selfie screens for phones and had plenty of others sent to me without my consent. And I opted not to review those because they're all kind of the same. This one from Founist is a little different and might be the one that appeals to the masses for a few reasons, and that's what we're going to talk about today. Hey y'all, my name is Omar, I'm a video production artist in North Jersey, and this is the Founist Vlogmate screen. Easily the simplest phone vlog selfie screen doodad that's on the market today. This unit was sent to me by the company for a review, and for those who are new, I have a day job and I hate YouTube scam reviews, so both you and the company will be seeing this for the first time today at the same time, assuming you're watching at the same time. I'll rework that later. Now, other than the obvious size difference between this and the other, I'll be comparing it to the newest Numoa model because I think this is the current leader in the market right now, but for a lot of people that might end up changing. Once you get over the size, which is significantly smaller, thinner, and lighter than all the other phone monitors on the market, you'll notice the odd-shaped thing below. This little thing is actually a Bluetooth remote that you can pop off whenever you feel like it to trigger the shutter button of your camera so you can start recording video or take a photo using that oh-so-superior rear camera on the back of your phone. The Vlogmate doesn't only have the smallest screen, it also has the brightest screen out of all the models I've seen, measured at 700 nits. So now I'm recording, and you can see that it's really easy for me to check general exposure with my ND filter, which is part of the big struggle. I think this is going to be the best accessory until someone releases a phone that actually has a screen embedded in the back here. And because the screen is 700 nits, you're not really struggling to see anything outside. The other screens are considerably dimmer, even though they are wireless. Probably thermal management things involved since this is smaller and it doesn't have to house a Wi-Fi signal and everything, but overall it really is decent. I just wish there was an easier way to connect the microphone. And just to give you guys a frame of reference, if you've got like a computer monitor like this one here, typically those top out at 400 nits. And when I say top out, I mean that it's usually not at 300 nits unless you crank up the brightness all the way. Very bright, very contrasty, which makes it really easy to see yourself, and it makes it easy for you to view yourself from a short distance as well, if all you really need to do is make sure that you're in frame. Note that the corners are clipped a bit by design on either end, but for the purposes of a device like this, I don't think the average person is aiming to float around in the corner of the screen to any degree. For me, I can see myself in the Blackmagic app, and I'm good. That's all I really want. You can use any USB-C cable to connect to your phone, but it comes with this sleek, form-fitted one. Straight out of the box, it's connected to the USB-C one, but don't throw that thing away if you've got a Lightning iPhone, because remove the plastic cover and you'll find that along with an additional magnetic mount on the back in case you don't have a MagSafe phone. You can use any cable to connect it with, so don't stress about losing it. You just won't have like the very flush connection on this side, which is just an aesthetic thing. I don't really make videos on the same types of products all that often unless there's something different, but what I like about this one in particular is that it just works. I plop it onto the back of the phone, I plug it in, and then it just turns on. That's it. That's all I really need from something like this. It works at the orientation I want it to, it flips the way it should when I turn my phone horizontally in either direction, unlike the other devices where you have to actually go into the menu and select like flip and mirror if you're going to be flipping up like this way, depending on the app that you're using, specifically the Blackmagic app, which drives me nuts sometimes. But more importantly, and probably more people care about this, especially if you're getting this for something like TikTok, the Vlogmate actually plays the audio back when you're viewing your video back, like when you're playing your video back after shooting it.
The first Final Destination between, clips on the internet and TV growing up.
Sure.
But I'd never actually seen all of them. I mean, of course I've seen the log.
Yeah, so all wireless monitors, wireless phone screens like this one, each and every one of them, it never even occurred to me to mention it in any of the videos I was talking about since I do normally long form content. All of them do not play audio back because they don't have speakers. Like none of these have speakers. And when you're casting your phone to one of these devices, it's assuming that it's casting it to like a TV or some other entertainment device. So it casts the audio there too. And the only way to actually hear the audio that you just recorded is if you break the connection. Now, the only exception to this is the 3rd generation Numoa Selfie-Screen, and only when you use it through a USB-C connector, since that is one of the options that you have on this one, then it kind of acts the same as this. which is pretty cool, but it doesn't fire up as quickly, and this is a little chunkier in your pocket depending on whether or not that matters to you. Now that being said, this great advantage does come with a drawback, and that is that you lose your sole USB-C port. I have a few splitters, I tried them, they didn't work out. I was hoping that this would be able to power on and I'd be able to connect a microphone with the other one, but not the case. I spoke to a company rep and they said that you can actually connect it to a hub, which I've seen people walk around with the media hubs that have hard drives and everything on their iPhones, but to me that kind of defeats the purpose of an otherwise really simple and small and easy to use product. And with that being said, for people who don't use wireless microphones, then this is really just a non-issue. And if you're a video shooter like myself, you know that it's pretty easy to sync pretty much any microphone, recorder, body pack, whatever the case is with the audio, the scratch audio that comes out of this, or we call it scratch audio at that point. So it's not a huge deal, but it's just, I want to mention it to people who maybe don't have that technical skill, but are also aspiring content creators who are just editing their own stuff and whatnot now, so they don't get frustrated or realize I have my $300 DJI mic kit and I can't use it if I want to see myself. You can, and I promise you, syncing audio in post is very, very easy if you do it on the laptop or even the iPad. But I think the only software on phones, if you're a phone editor, that'll let you do it is LumaFusion. Not 100% certain, it's been a while, but that's the only one that I recall that I could sync an external microphone to a file's audio. So, final thoughts. While it's not the most tech-loaded option, it works. It's small, it's easy to use. There's a pretty good chance that this is going to be the favorite among the average person, because again, just because of how quickly it works and the fact that it just works. And I don't think they can make a better one until someone releases one of these with a speaker maybe, or manufacturers actually start including something like this right here built into the phones themselves in the future, like a mini selfie screen so you can see yourself, which would be pretty cool. Let me know in the comments what you think of phone accessory and like tutorial videos in general, and as always, I'll catch you at the next one. See ya.